That has been a long night spodding.
You're not wrong.
By the time I get them rods out.
Now you're talking. But first, a final bit of rig prep, as it had to be perfect.
Ah, time to get that first rod out. Right, starting the tyre. Rig-wise, I've gone on the lead system with what we call a running lead clip. So rather than a fixed swivel inside the lead clip, we've got one that basically has been closed down, it comes out. So if the fish shakes its head, that'll slide away. So it's sort of used often to just trip up those cleverer carp. And then hook bait-wise, because I've been feeding lots of different size baits, boilies, pellets, particles, I've got two little quads on there. One's a fruity one, one's a meaty one, been soaked in loads of juices, and then the rig is what I always like to start on a big fish water. It's a D-rig, fluorocarbon. That's what I'm going to be rocking with from the start. Let's hope, get it in the mix, and, you know, action isn't too far away.
Bob was using similar rigs, but with a boilie on one and tiger nuts on the other.
So excited. The first bite could be my personal best.
2 hours in, and I could tell Bob was feeling the big game pressure already.
Are you nervous at all?
I am nervous, yeah.
Big match this, isn't it?
It is. It's like you going out at Anfield, mate. Big occasion, fantastic atmosphere, and that you have to deliver. I have to deliver.
You will deliver. You will deliver. You just got to stay composed, calm, you know?
Well, I hope you're right, because I'm after a giant.
The air pressure dropped, the wind increased and clouds built. Rain was forecast in the morning. All great conditions for big carp. We woke to rain with no carp caught throughout the night. Not surprising, though, as this lake had done only one night bite in 6 months.
Porridge. It's going to have to tide me over for the next 12 hours.
Zammo, always thinking about his stomach. I was just hoping the carp were doing the same.
Yes, Bob. Yes.
Oh, I'm nervous.
It was the rod with the tiger nut that had gone.
Proper having some, isn't it?
The carp was now lunging close in. I'd never seen Bob this serious. Was he playing his new personal best carp?
Yeah. You know what? That's a decent fish, that looks wide. That looks wide. Come on. Keep the head up. Keep the head up. Keep the head up. Keep the head up, Bobby Dazzler. Well done. You have nailed one.
First fish. Oh, and it could be a nice fish. Woo. When I hooked into it, I thought it was about a 20. The closer it got, I thought it got maybe a 30. But looking in the net, it possibly could touch 40 pounds.
Bob's PB was 43 pounds 10 ounces. This was going to be close.
38.11.
That is a big fish. That's a big fish. And I'm just thinking of how big they are, 50s and 60s.
Well done, geezer.
Nice one.
That's a great start. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, would make a season for an angler in the UK, but Bobby has literally caught it as our first carp. How are you feeling?
Chuffed. The nerves have settled now. I'm excited for the rest of the week.
Bob, I want to fist bump you, but I'll fist bump the fish instead, because you can't fist bump me.
Well, let's go and get some more, eh? But bigger. That fish has settled my nerves, put me in a good place. I was happy the way I went out, the tactics I had. And it's just proven that I was right. Thank you very much.
Patience is certainly a virtue when it comes to fishing, but what a reward and what a fish. Nice one, Zammo.
Oh, we learned a lot from a capture. You know, there was 3 of our rods out there with boilies on and 1 with a tiger nut. The tiger nut rod goes, so it's a bit of education, and the most important thing, pressure off the camp. Bobby's buzzing, so I'm buzzing.
So now, 4 tiger nut hook baits out on our baited areas along the edge of the bar. An hour later, Bob was in again.
Not feeling anything at the minute.
But the carp had snagged him in the lily pads.
Keep that line up, Bob.
Up.
Yeah.
So it was Hamidi to the rescue. Using a landing net pole, I tried to spook the carp out of the pads.
Right, yeah, I can see it. Fish still on, geese.
Yeah.
It's coming out, it's coming out.
All right, yeah.
Coming out, coming out. Go on, Bob.
Good man, Ali.
Not all heroes wear capes. They're short and they wear camo. Cheeky little common. Cheeky big common.
Clever fish, I know that.
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Bob.
Good wingman. Good wingman. Good wingman.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Knew exactly what he was doing there, didn't he?
Yes.
The plump, feisty common weighed 33 pounds, 7 ounces.
Never going to behave, that one, is it? Never going to behave.
And that's why you weren't a goalkeeper. The following morning was technically a special day for me, although I was feeling far from happy.
Good morning and happy birthday.
Well, Bobby Davler, it is not so happy at the minute. You know what I said to you about mental strength? Well, I need to listen to my old mottos because I am not feeling fresh at the minute.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, and I'm going to go stalking over that side. I'm going to take the baiting pole.
Listen, hopefully you go over there and smash the water to pieces, scare them all over towards me, and I'll smash the 50s. But no, sorry, it's your birthday. I shouldn't think like that today.
With the carp showing on the other side of the bar, I wasted no time in getting round there. My rigs were ready to rock. The first I placed in a dissolvable PVA solid bag full of ground bait and shipped it out using my trusty to the area where I'd seen the bulk of the carp. The second rod up fluorocarbon D-rig. Both traps were set and the game began again.
Bite. That bite? Yeah. For a weight.
It was the tiger nut hook bait rod.
Ooh. Birthday bite.
The baiting spoon has paid off.
I'm very nervous. It'd be amazing to catch a PB on your birthday, but who knows? Don't think it's a PB. It's a lovely scaly one, though, by the look of it.
Getting close now.
Deep. Deep. It's ready. Go on. Oh, where are you going? Yes! Well, I haven't blanked.
Love it, Al.
Cheers, Dazzler.
Happy birthday. There's your present for you.
Rob, the lake owner, was on hand for carp care duties, and it weighed in at a very respectable 33 pounds 8 ounces. Not a PB, but who cares?
Look at this. Ah, absolutely impeccable. That is one of the nicest carp I have ever caught. Awesome. Feeling good now, a little weight off the shoulders, and I can start to really gun for that PB. Wow. Thank you. I feel like my session's just starting. Mega. What a carp. Go on, mate, off you go. Might see you again when you're 55 pound plus.
What a perfect day. It just felt like it was missing something, though. Couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Happy birthday, Al. Let's call this a cheat day, shall we?
You know, honestly, not my type of thing to eat sugary stuff, but...
Don't eat near naked flames, kids.
Just two
of us. Oh, this is nice. Have another go at that, Bob. I've always dreamt of eating cake like that.
Happy birthday.
I'll make a wish before you eat, yeah?
It was our fishing main event in Shropshire where we were attempting to beat our UK personal best carp weights. We hadn't hit those heights quite yet, but Bob had caught 2 minters, the biggest in upper 30.
Can I get some more, eh?
And I'd managed a perler of 33.5 pounds.
That is one of the nicest carp I have ever caught.
Just 4 full days of the trip now remained on this tricky syndicate venue. The action had slowed down, but we knew our rigs and tiger nut hook baits were working. So for now, it was a case of biding our time. And as the day drifted past, Bob's quality of meals got steadily worse.
You would struggle to work in a burger joint, right? You couldn't even flip a burger, could you? Look, look at Stadia. Look at that. What is that?
That's all you've bought, mate. I'm not that far away from eating boilies.
Look, the bottom line is your whole career, you've had everything done for you, and it's clearly created an incapable human being. So I've planned something big because I don't want this to carry on.
If it means I get fed today, I'll do it. And not just baked beans.
I'd arranged for double Michelin star chef and twice winner of the Great British Menu, Daniel Clifford, to pay us a visit. Oh, and he also happens to be a very keen carp angler.
Daniel, come to save my life.
Yeah, come to feed you. How are we?
Teach him how to cook. He's an absolute disaster, Daniel.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to do beer can chicken. This is how I would cook if I went to France for a week, because I go to the supermarket, I buy my ingredients, and then I set myself up for the week because I like to eat well, and obviously I don't catch a lot, so I've got a lot of time on my hands sitting on the bank.
We're the same. We're the same.
So what I've done is I've brined the chicken in beer. So I've taken a litre of beer and I've added 100 grams of salt to that, and I've marinated that with the chicken for 12 hours. And what that does, it seasons the chicken and also gets that beer flavour. I've tied it up so it keeps its form. And then what I'm going to do is I've taken a can of beer, and that can of beer goes up the chipati, the back entrance.
Yeah.
And that now we're going to put that onto the barbecue. The barbecue's set about 180, and the nice thing about this is it's a covered barbecue. So the idea is that once we pull this down, I've got an hour where I don't need to open it, I don't need to keep checking it. If the temperature's absolutely perfect, I can carry on fishing. Or
what are you going to feed him in that hour, though? Because he can't go 10 minutes without eating,
I'm going to keep him really busy.
Yeah,
so I'm going to start building up his appetite now. What we're going to do is, Ali, you're going to pick some thyme, so I need some thyme leaves picking, because that's going to go into the sauce.
Okay.
So all I want is the minute...
Pick them off.
Pick them off.
Yeah.
Right, this is a herb called tarragon, so this has got like an aniseed flavour. So if you could quickly pick me just the outside leaves, not the firm ones, and this is going to go into the sauce. I'm going to chop the chives quickly.
So some expert plucking and chopping proceeded, which you could easily do in advance of your fishing trip if you wanted. Zamora then gets put on spud slicing duties, which he flies through. Lad's obviously starving.
Done, Chef.
Perfect. Right, so if you transfer, Bobby, transfer that into there.
Next to a pre-made sauce of ketchup, brown sauce, Worcester sauce and Tabasco. You add shallots, gherkins and garlic. Then finally chop some fresh tarragon.
My mouth's watering, I'm not going to lie.
Add a good pinch of salt, pepper, a squirt of lemon juice and give it a whiz.
First time you've ever whisked anything in a bowl, is it, mate? Maybe.
Dan, does this look like it's the first time I've ever whisked?
I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking about offering you a contract and taking you with me.
There you go, Al. Listen, you just get your little hands picking those little leaves.
That's taken like 2 hours to do them.
Right, Ali, if you could give me a pinch of those in there.
Pinch, you sure?
Please. That's lovely. Right, we just need to whisk that in, and then we need to season that perfectly.
I then slice onions with finesse.
Bobby, what we're doing now is, as you can see when I open it, the chicken is starting to steam. The beer inside the chicken is steaming through the chicken, and what that's doing is keeping the moisture as we get that beautiful coloration around the outside of the chicken.